everyone, what's up? This is Simon from the Ionic Academy. In this quick win, we will implement a little filtering for images, almost like Instagram. And the cool thing about this is that this performs actually super well. It was written as a stencil component from one member of the Ionic community, and this means it works inside your Ionic app once it is deployed, and also as a PWA, so you can use this Instagram-like image filtering wherever you want to. So let's dive into this. This is the web photo filter, and this is what we're gonna use. This is the according GitHub page. You can find it linked in the article below this video. And those are the effects we can put on our images. So those are really great ways to enhance the images your users can take. So let's dive into how we can achieve this. First of all, I've created a blank new Ionic app, and then we go ahead with npm install web photo filter, and also I'm gonna install the Ionic native camera. I'll show you how you can capture images and then add the filter to your images, but to show you more easily how this is working inside the browser, we will then just use an image I've already copied to my folder from this awesome place. So if you haven't been there, you definitely need to visit this island. It's beautiful there. Anyway, back to the topic. So additionally, to use the web photo filter, we need to go through a few steps, but hopefully the install is ready. All right, install is fine. I'm going to add the Cordova plugin camera in the background. So this step is needed if you want to use the native camera in your app. Okay, first of all, we go to our package.json and add a new configuration block right below the description or at the top, wherever you want to. And in here, we specify that we want to use a custom configuration, custom copy hook. Or no, I don't think it's called a hook anymore, right? That was Cordova. Anyway, custom copy configuration task, whatever it's called. So go ahead, create the folder and also the copy config.js. Sorry. And this means whenever this task is called in the build process, Ionic will not use the default script, but our own custom script. And for this, we're gonna use, first of all, the contents of the regular, thanks for this, of the regular copy hook, which looks more or less like this. No, not copy hook, of the copy task from Ionic. So this will copy fonts, assets, toolbox, and stuff like this to the build folder. But to use the web photo filter, we also gonna need to copy a bit more from this special node module. So simply append copy web photo filter, or however you're gonna call it, and this will copy from our node modules and exactly the installed package, everything to our build folder, which is the www folder. So simply save this, save the package.json. What the, come on, what is wrong? I don't know, pick whatever site you like. I think I don't have the camera now. Anyway, we're gonna use the browser, so whatever. All right, so we got the copy task, and now inside our app module, we need to import our stencil component, which is called web photo filter, exactly. And if you want to use the camera, you would also have to import the camera from, of course, at Ionic native camera. And then put your camera in the array of your providers. Now the color is also fine, so great win. Finally, if you want to build your app for iOS and use the camera, just as a little side note, you're gonna need the right keys inside your info plist. I've talked about this in many other videos. This will basically add the right values to your info plist automatically when you build the app. but make sure to change this, of course, to something reasonable. One of my apps actually got rejected because the description why I wanted to use the camera was not good enough for Apple. Anyway, no comment to this, so let's continue. I want to surf the app now so we can see what we're actually doing in our home HTML, CSS, and TypeScript file. So let's close the rest and focus on those three. I actually don't know where we could start. Perhaps we do this step by step. So first of all, inside our home page, let's see, here is the app running, and that's a good sign. First of all, inside our home page, we want to keep a reference to our selected filter, which is in the beginning empty. We also don't have an image in the beginning. I will stick to the flow of capturing the image, although we already have it local, just to get a full sense of success. What we need as well is an HTML element like this, because perhaps I can already add the little callback, and this is image loaded. So this callback will be triggered by the web photo filter once the image is loaded and the filter was applied. And this result contains a reference to the canvas object, which contains the image with a filter of WebGL filter elements. So we keep this reference in this dot result, in detail result. You can also log out the object if you want to, but now we got a reference to this HTML element. And if you later want something like save image, you can then easily do stuff like let canvas this dot result as HTML canvas element, and then say let base 64 equals canvas dot to data URL image JPEG and whatever scale. All right. So we want to go into further details of saving, but this could be your function, and therefore we got the image loaded. What we need as well in here is, of course, a function to capture an image. So normally you would use the private camera in here and then do some stuff for your camera options, whatever you like. And then simply go ahead with this dot camera, get picture, pass in your options, and once you got the result of the image data, you can go ahead and set this dot image to so data image JPEG, I think like this image data. All right, so we've specified that it should come as a data URL after capturing, and then we simply set this as our current image. And the actual most interesting part in here might be our filter, because we're gonna apply all those different filters, or perhaps not all, but a few of them, and we just want one function that takes care of this. So we will pass in a selected filter, and also optional a level of whatever. So for example, which one, come on, yeah, for example, the brightness can have an additional level, or I think something else, hue as well. So we start with a level of 1, but we could optionally change our selected level. And this means we set our selected filter to whatever we select, and we set our level to either the level if it was specified, or simply back to 1. So this is just a shorthand for a little if statement. And that also means once we've captured the image, we can call our filter with null, because we're just coming from capturing the image. We want to display the standard image without any effects, and of course also a level of 1. But as I said, we want to test this out a bit faster, so I'm gonna comment this out and instead use this dot image equals assets images Mallorca JPEG. I actually don't know if this is called Majorca in English or still Mallorca. Perhaps somebody from Spain or an English-speaking country could comment below this video. So then we go ahead and do the same as we would if we had actually really captured an image. So this is just our dummy fallback implementation, but of course, perhaps you also want to work with local files, no problem in that case. All right, that's actually everything we need from the home TS, because the web photo filter, as you can see in here, simply works by specifying a filter on it and also the levels. So we can add this object to our HTML and also add a bunch of buttons. So let me bring in a few different things because they're not that super interesting, but primary needs to be here. First of all, a button to set back the image to the initial state. If we set a filter of null, we're back to where we started. Of course, we also need to call our capture image function. So this is the second path. Now, quite a long row. I've just added a big row of columns and a bunch of buttons that all call our filter. And we use all of the filters specified in here. You can find grayscale, brightness, contrast, hue, whatever, and try them out. I've just taken a few of them, and like with brightness, I've also added a level which is optional for our filter function. We got saturation, hue, whatever you wanna like. And now the actual most important part begins, because we use the stencil web component, the web photo filter. And perhaps we will use it in a basic way first, and I'll show you what you might want to change later on. So source is of course image, the filter is our selected filter, then we got the level, and this is of course also our level. That's something I'm gonna leave out. And then image loaded event. Not like this. Of course, filter load is a function image loaded. Sorry about that. And there we go, web photo filter closed and finished. So let's take a look at how our app looks like. As you can see, we cannot bind to source, and it is an unknown property of web photo filter. So this means our app does not yet recognize this. And to change this, which can happen quite often with custom web components, simply go to your app module, and after the providers, add a new block called schemas. And in here, we just use the custom, oh no, we got it already, the custom element schema, which is coming also from the Angular core. So good that this happened now, and I was able to show you a little help for the problem. So hopefully my live reload still works, and there we are. I can capture an image, and you see we got the image, and we can already work on the image, but it just worked one time and not again. And that was a bug that occurred to me as well. And what you can do is state keep true, which will also keep the initial image inside the view. So let's see. Now the filtering already works pretty great. Looks even better with more saturation, right? So beautiful in there. I want to go back there. Anyway, now we got the original image below because we said keep true, and this will display the original image. And therefore we need some CSS. There's also some CSS on the GitHub page, but I picked a slightly different one, and I also added width of 100% to the canvas. And then I wanted to have two different rules. So for not the original or no original, let me do this first. Otherwise we would have some typos and then nothing works and everyone is confused. So let's do this right first of all, and then only original image. No, in that case it's a canvas. Display not important. Okay, so the problem is with our app. Let's reload this. If we got those two images, the image up here with a filter is, let's do this with lab, is inside a canvas, and the other one at the bottom, which is the original image, is actually inside an image tag. So for one we target an image, and for the other one we target the canvas, and then we can add this as optional class only original, and this class should only be applied if we haven't selected a filter. So if we haven't selected a filter, I get confused with this as well. Only original. In that case, we hide the canvas, which means we hide the area which normally shows the filtered image. Jesus, this is hard. The second one is no original. Why did I pick so useless names? I don't know. So if we have selected a filter, what was it called? No original. In that case, this rule is applied and the image at the bottom is not shown anymore. I don't know why this is so hard. I don't know, no reason. So let's go back. We can see our image. If we now select an actual filter, we can apply all those filters, and this is a canvas element, and the bottom image, the original image, is not shown. If we now set the filter back to null, the filtered canvas is not shown anymore, but therefore the original image is back shown. I don't know why I made this so hard, but anyway, although my CSS doesn't look like I wanted to, I think that's the fix. Yes, now it's better. All right, so now you can see we can apply those filters. We could go to the page and look for whatever effect we can use. Let's pick whatever this is. Let's set it for the saturation instead. And then we will see that we can now use, once we got the image, for the saturation, this freaky filter. All right, so that's how you can apply easy image filtering through this awesome web component. Let me go back to who did this. You should definitely support his GitHub page, David Del Busco. He was really responsive because I had a little tiny issue with the project. The export was working not that good. So I made a pull request, he fixed it. We wrote like 2 hours. Awesome guy. He has released an app called Fluster. You should definitely check that out as well, because this app also uses this image filtering, and I think it's an amazing package. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this quick win. If you want more quick wins and Ionic videos, of course, make sure to subscribe to this channel below. And also, if you want great Ionic training, make sure to check out the ionicacademy.com for courses, projects, and an awesome community that will support you on your journey to become an Ionic developer. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you have a great day. Take care and see you inside the next video.